Just miss all. Oh God! I just missed all that recording because when you go share screen, it changes. I'm gonna do it again, okay?
Sorry, we lost that, man.
No, I didn't the recording wasn't going on the last part that I was showing you. So I'm gonna bring up the Time Translator again. Can you see the Time Translator?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So in the Time Translator, on the outer purple ring, we have the sign. Man, I can't even speak this morning. Do you know, this happens to me in terms of teaching this. I sort of get overwhelmed by the amount of information I'm giving, and also just wondering if it's too much, you know. Okay, I'll just go here. So the outer ring, the purple ring, represents your lifetime. You have the zodiac, the 12 signs of the zodiac, and when you're born, you have a birth chart, right? In astrology, the planets are all in a different position on the zodiac, and that is your astrological natal chart. I don't know if you guys are into astrology, but it's a very interesting study of knowledge. But what you do is you put the cycles on there. So you're taking into account the larger cycles of the planets. And if you're looking at lifetime research, you need some sort of reference point to understand how all things connect. And, you know, the planets are the outer cycle reference points for us. The next cycle in is the year cycle, and it is divided into 13 moons. That is, you're looking at your infrastructure and you're looking at your resources. So for your whole school, you need to organize all your resources over the whole period of a year so that you make sure that the school runs right. The cycle is the 28-day moon cycle. And
is that Tio?
That's another phone. Okay. So the next cycle in is the lunar cycle, and that is where you organize your job. And it's like looking at the moon cycle is very important, right, to getting in rhythm. And so for your job, it's like at the full moon, it's very different from the new moon.
Yeah.
And you know, if everyone is sort of working on that cycle, that's different from working on the year cycle, where you're looking at your money and all the different things that you need for your jobs to take place. Then you go down to the daily cycle, which is green, and that's your day-to-day activities. So your day-to-day activities are linked inside your job because your job is divided into 28 days. And so each day is within that, and then there's 13 moons, so there's 13 of those aquamarine cycles inside the next cycle. So it's like Russian dolls of cycles within cycles, right? The whole idea of this, it's circular, and they all fit within one another. Then you have the yellow, which is the season, which is your creativity, which is your products. And your products are going to change in wintertime versus summertime and springtime. So the season is the split point. It's the thing that organizes everything else. Everything in the whole system is referred to your products, which is your curriculum, your courses, your programs, all the ways that you're organizing your school in terms of creativity. And I guess you see there's 20 Mayan signatures, those little blue, yellow, red, and white symbols, all can represent people. And I think at the highest form, if you can get 20 people and each one of those people is one of those Mayan signatures, then you've got something, I think, like a super team. This is just a theory, though. Then you go into the pink hour cycle, and that's synergy and relationships. So right now, let's say we spend an hour or two together, and we're in relationship. We're learning from one another. But in another hour, you're going to go do whatever you got to do, and I got to do what I got to do. I'm going to be with a different person in relationship. So it's kind of like you've got your longer term planning coming down, but now we're coming down into the specific times that we're spending with people, and those people are different. I may be with the store owner over here, or I may be with my sister, or I may be teaching these students. And each one of those hours, I have a different relationship with them, right? So that's where the real people connection is. And then when you go to orange and paths and services, this is the minute-to-minute connection to your students, between the teachers. These are all the conversations taking place. And it's divided by 72, and that's where the 72 conversation types are, but that's something else. And then you have red and marketing and strategies and the present moment. And in here, it's sort of like present moment flow. It's just the present moment, right? I mean, and then in the center, you have timelessness, which has that sort of beam of light. And timelessness is different from the present moment by having different levels of consciousness. So what this model does is it brings together 9 different time cycles, but in the center, it brings in levels of consciousness. So within the Buddhist or Hindu or every philosophical tradition in some way, they look at the high self, the soul, whatever is your spiritual connection, could be anything. This would be the place where you start to have a higher and higher vibration. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So when you place the time cycles, can you see this one?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you place the time cycles in another order, and you have lifetime of research, you have yearly infrastructure, you have lunar learning, you have daily operations, you have seasonal creativity, you have hourly synergy, you have minute-to-minute services, you have present moment interphasing, and that's like a new paradigm word for marketing. And then you have timeless stewardship, and in all times you have communication in the center.
Mm-hmm.
So what that is it's having a direct correlation between a time cycle and an organizational function, as I was saying. So you have lifetime of research, yearly infrastructure, lunar learning, daily operations, seasonal creativity, hourly synergy, minute-to-minute services, present moment marketing, and timeless stewardship. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the values that you chose and we're going to program it specifically for your school. Now there's 2 ways we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
You can take those pieces of paper, you write one value on top of each piece of paper,
Mm-hmm.
you turn it over, and you set an intention for your school, and then you place one value upside down on the map that the map of the 9 spots, and then you turn it over, and that's through divination. Or you can just choose, I think we should put this value here, and I think we should put this value here.
Mm.
So which way do you want to do it?
To me, I would think let's do it randomly.
Okay.
We have our map, and then we have these values, and then randomly put these values, and then let them fit in the order in the random way.
Okay, most people choose that, and it does seem it's a very interesting way, and it's a way of bringing in a bit of spirit. It's a way of bringing in the chaos of the universe. So have you written down the values on pieces of paper?
Yeah.
And you draw a little map of the 9 spots.
I'm drawing it. Yeah, done.
Okay, so now place the values. Can't really see that, but anyway.
The light is too much.
Yeah. Anyway, I believe you. So now place one value on top of each. You could number the circles if you want, 1 through 9.
Okay.
That'll help, so you don't have to write down the.
Don't look at it, and then we throw them there.
I'm doing remove passion.
Yeah, no. Randomly, when you put them randomly, the one that shows in the middle is the exams.
It was exercise.
Was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe start at 1, turn it over one at a time, and tell me what you got.
Wait a moment there. So what we've done is we've got these values on pieces of paper.
Yeah.
And then folded the papers because we don't want to read what is there.
Yeah.
And then we have our circle. And then we want to drop in each of these values in the different circles.
Yep.
And where do we start from? We throw anywhere, or we pick one and put it in number 1.
Yeah, just put 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 3, put them all everywhere, and then just turn them over one at a time.
All right.
Okay, first of all, or not first of all, but what is your intention with this value system?
Clarify on that more. What do you mean?
Well, it's kind of like the value system needs a reference point, and there's great power in intention. So if you, let's say, set the intention to make the best school in Africa, or to change the nature of education in Uganda, or to bring enlightenment to all our students, you know, there's a main intention that all of the values sort of aim towards.
What is our main intention in this school? What is our main intention?
That is the enlightenment and change the education system in Uganda.
Okay.
That's our intention when we have this.
Okay.
Values.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay. So our intention, we've been holding a group discussion here, asking ourselves, what is our intention? What kind of school we want to create? And we have agreed that we want to create a school that is unique, that is special, that creates the difference or the change that we desire, and creates enlightenment.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. So turn over number 1.
Number one is
Responsibility.
Okay. So you've got responsibility at research.
okay.
Responsibility goes with research.
Okay. Number 2.
Number 2, creativity. Speak loud. Speak loud. Number 2. Number 2, creativity.
Okay, so creativity at infrastructure. Nice.
Number 3, trustworthiness.
Ah, Trustworthiness at learning. Okay, number 4.
Number 4 is perseverance.
Perseverance, nice, at operations.
Number 5 is sustainability.
At creativity, nice.
Sustainability.
On creativity.
Yep.
On creativity.
Okay, number 6.
Number 6 is teamwork.
Teamwork at synergy. That's a good one. 7.
Number 7 is spirituality.
Whoa, spirituality at services and path. Nice.
I beg your pardon on that. Spirituality is on.
What's that?
Spirituality is on which?
7.
7. What is 7?
That's at your services and your path. So it's like
Okay.
your path. I mean,
Yeah.
Number 8. Number 8 is passion.
is what?
Passion.
Passion.
Nice. So passion at marketing. That works. So number 9.
Number 9 is respect.
Respect, nice, at stewardship. And at communication, in the middle.
In the middle,
Freedom.
freedom.
Freedom, nice.
Stewardship.
Freedom. That's perfect. Okay, so how does that feel?
It's interesting, you know. Communication.
Is there anything you want to change or you want to keep it that way?
Stewardship. Number 9. Number 9. What was our
I
number
get
9?
it to his guide.
According to our values. Our values.
I beg your pardon, number 9 was what?
What's on number 9?
9, you have respect. Oh, 9 is stewardship. That's like your team, your management, your leadership team.
So what is happening is responsibility goes with the research, creativity, infrastructure, trustworthiness in learning, perseverance in operations, sustainability in creativity, teamwork and synergy, spirit in service, passion in marketing, respect in stewardship, and freedom in communication. It's nice. It's okay.
Like, and one good thing about the random is it takes away about a 4-hour discussion for figuring out where everything goes, and it takes away everyone's agenda. Like there's no. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a nice map with this.
Okay.
What kind of picture, what kind of image do you want to be as the main background picture?
Background picture.
For the school, what kind of image do we need behind these values?
Is there like a symbol for the school or a place?
We are discussing that amongst ourselves.
Okay.
Uganda is local, Africa is small. How about the world map? The world map, something like this on the background.
The world map.
Yeah.
The global map.
Which means you have universal.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we're thinking we can have the world map at the background.
The what?
World map, like the globe.
Oh, a globe. Oh, wow. Nice. Okay. I got you. Nice. Okay. Okay. So you said me just pause this for a second.